She spent last week recovering from her stage fall at Radio 1's Teen Awards, and now I can reveal that it's a man who has helped to put a smile back on Gemma Collins's face. Following her accident, the TOWIE veteran has rekindled her romance with love cheat ex Stephen Mortimer, just a month after he was released from jail for burglary. The couple were pictured laughing and dancing together on a date in a nightclub in Canterbury, Kent. Gemma Collins has gotten back together with her ex Stephen Mortimer. Stephen Mortimer was released from jail last month for burglary, and he dated Gemma Collins for 6 months back in 2015. It comes after Gemma broke down in tears on Loose Women last year when it emerged that Stephen had been seeing someone else behind her back. In an emotional interview she said, "I think people forget him, just a normal girl, and I have problems with my love life. Forget him." Gemma Collins burst into tears on Loose Women. Gemma and Stephen originally dated for 6 months back in 2015 after meeting at nightclub Sugar Hut. As well as burglary, Stephen has served time for GBH. A TV source said Gemma is taking things slowly with Stephen. Gemma Collins falls through stage at Radio 1 Teen Awards. Gemma Collins fell through a trapdoor at the Radio 1's Teen Awards show, shocking everyone. Gemma Collins met her ex at nightclub Sugar Hut in 2015. She has forgiven him for hurting her, and they are hoping for a fresh start. They have a lot of fun together, a strong connection, and she really enjoys his company and he makes her laugh. It's easy for them to spend time together. She's keen to settle down and have kids, and she hopes Stephen could be the answer. As well as dating James Argent on the ITV reality show, Gemma was engaged to businessman Rami Hawash, who she accused of constantly mocking her about her weight. She also dated another jailbird, Alex Moss, who was arrested for allegedly assaulting her before she took a flight to Australia to go into the celeb jungle. No charges were brought. I hope after a rocky love life, Gemma finds the happiness she deserves. Gemma Collins dated James Argent while on the ITV reality show. Gemma Collins says she loved ARG at his fattest and wanted his baby on TOWIE. Read on for the rest of Dan Wootton's bizarre column. Maya Wanna Hide Your Phone. Maya Jama hosts a podcast dedicated to talking about women's issues. No prizes for guessing why Maya Jama is hosting a podcast called When Life Gives You Melons. Here's the telly-presenter and radio DJ posing in lingerie by Freya, who are responsible for launching the all-female audio panel show devoted to women's issues. Maya is dating rapper Stormzy and recently revealed she thinks it's okay to snoop on your boyfriend's phone. Maya Jama is dating rapper Stormzy. She says, "Obviously you shouldn't really, but if you have a feeling then do it, because how else are you going to know time to change your passwords, boys?" Bizbit Vicky Patterson enjoyed an engagement party in Newcastle on Saturday night, but best pal Fern McCann was nowhere to be seen. She opted to stay at home as her baby's due date in November approaches. Lottie's Top of the Hops. Lottie Moss dressed up as a blood bunny for a Halloween party in London. Her big sister Kate famously graced the cover of Playboy, and it seems Lottie Moss has dropped a huge hint that she wants to emulate her even more. The model dressed up as a blood bunny for a Halloween bash in London. Lottie's latest modeling shots show how much she's willing to reveal she was out partying with former Made in Chelsea star Nicola Hughes, with the pair having both dated current cast member Alex Mitten. Lottie's latest modeling shots show she's well up to the task of featuring on the mag's iconic cover. Jonas lining up Liam Duet as the man behind Perfect Strangers, Fast Car and Mama. It's fair to say Jonas Blue knows a thing or two about making a hit. And now the producer is teaming up with someone who has an even more incredible chart record, Liam Payne. Jonas Blue will be collaborating with another top artist. The pair were introduced in London last week and are now plotting to make a tune together. Speaking at Vivo Halloween in Manchester on Saturday, where he performed, Jonas said, "I'm just a massive fan of Liam. I think his voice is amazing and that he has been putting out is amazing. I'm a fan, so if we make some, maybe we can make a hit together. He's top of my list to work with at the moment." Liam Payne is set to make a chart-topping hit with a producer. The hard work is paying off for Jonas, who has just bought a house in Nice, and helped out his family. He added, "My mum and sister had to pay off their cars, so I did that for them. You've got to help your family out." A #1 single with Liam will pay for a couple of his own. Liam Payne performs new bedroom floor on The X Factor. From Britain's Got Talent to The X Factor. It was just months ago that he won Britain's Got Talent. But Tokyo Myers has already landed a spot on another of Simon Cowell's TV shows. Tokyo Myers will be performing on The X Factor. The London-born pianist, who has a record deal with Psycho, will be performing on next Sunday's episode of The X Factor. It comes ahead of the launch of his debut album Our Generation, which is out on November 17 and features his amazing version of Ed Sheeran's Blood. He follows Liam Payne and Stormzy, who both performed on X Factor at the weekend. "I can't wait to see him in action." Contemporary pianist Tokyo Myers performs Rag & Bone Man's Human on Britain's Got Talent 2017 final. Bizbit David Guetta has confirmed he is working on new tunes with the Black Eyed Peas and Shakira. In an exclusive interview, he said, "I have been working with those guys. I want this next album to be my best for sure." Smiley Disney Days. Miley Cyrus fought against her squeaky clean Hannah Montana image from her Disney days, but now she insists she remembers it fondly. The singer said, "I like being in the Disney universe cause I didn't know anything else. I knew I was getting to live what I wanted to do." Miley Cyrus insists she remembers her Hannah Montana days in a good way now that I'm older. "I realized that's a lot to put on a kid, to have them get their makeup done and then also balance school and also have me dress up in a wig. I definitely look back on it as a good time. What was hard for me was balancing everything. It got harder when I started touring as Hannah Montana and as myself. At least SHES balanced and happy now." Robbie's robbing. Margot Robbie's latest role is in 1920s flick Dreamland is one of the biggest names in Hollywood. She is not exactly strapped for cash, but in Margot Robbie's latest role she couldn't look more desperate. She will be seen robbing a bank in 1920s flick Dreamland with Peaky Blinders' Finn Cole. Margot stars with Peaky Blinders' Finn Cole as a gun-touting duo. The gun-toting duo made a swift getaway hand-in-hand during filming in the sweltering heat of New Mexico. They later snatched a romantic snog. Left. Wolf of Wall Street actress Margot recently injured a disc in her neck while training for ice skating biopic I, Tonya. It doesn't look like she has been taking it easy. Bizbit Anastasia has conquered the scene and now she is taking on the jewelry industry too. The singer enjoyed the successful launch of her exclusive limited edition bracelet last week to raise funds for Cancer Research UK. Boyega ditches sci-fi for laughs. His stint in Star Wars catapulted John Boyega from a little-known actor to a huge Hollywood star, but now the Brit is moving into comedy. His agent, Famia Guns, said John needs to take a break from the science fiction genre so he does not get typecast. Star Wars actor John Boyega will be moving into comedy. He said, "We'll have a jab on the comedy strip so he can have that nice universal appeal. That's what it's about. He's done a lot of that sci-fi stuff for now, so we're going to give that a rest." Speaking at the Black Powerless launch bash in Drapers Hall, central London, on Tuesday, Femi added that John, below, had made a conscious decision to avoid gangster-s. He said, "I've been his agent from day one and he's someone who came through drama school and I signed him at 16. John's agent says he needs to take a break from doing science fiction so that does not get typecast. I made him a promise that we're going to make calculated choices in terms of his career path. I never wanted him to go down the stereotypical route of going for urban or ghetto roles because as black people we've got a responsibility for our community and to educate the youngsters." John grew up in Peckham, South London, and appeared on stage before landing his first film role in sci-fi flick Attack the Block in 2011. Proud agent Femi added John's nicknamed the Young King of Sci-Fi now because of his parts in Pacific Rim and Star Wars, so he's got to have a nice equal balance. Hope John's comic timing is on point. Tomorrow it's Halloween and Jonathan Ross is once again celebrating the spooky holiday by hosting one of his famous annual fancy dress parties at his £2.5 million North London home. David Walliams, Nicole Scherzinger, and Holly Willoughby all attended the chat show host's ghoulish extravaganza last year. Wednesday, James Norton, Julian Fellows and Chris Tarrant are among guests attending the Life After Stroke Awards. The star-studded bash at the Dorchester Hotel in London honours people who have shown courage after a stroke, as well as the carers and volunteers who supported them. Thursday, the world premiere of Murder on the Orient Express heads to the Royal Albert Hall in London with a host of big-name stars including Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz, Judi Dench and Olivia Colman on board. The blockbuster is based on Agatha Christie's classic 1934 murder mystery. Friday, Sam Smith's eagerly anticipated second album The Thrill of It All is finally out today, and I can't wait to hear it in. The Oscar-winning singer revealed in My Bizarre Life podcast that it was inspired by and booze, telling me, "I flirted with danger when I was making the record." Simon Cowell vows to take care of himself for son Eric after Fall Stress contestant on TV's 4 in a Bed stabs himself 7 times with EpiPen. Corey's Bruno Langley fired over claims he usually assaulted woman. Stranger Things cocaine bust star Charlie Heaton has a secret love child. Strictly viewers horrified after Aston does a Halloween dance in a cemetery.